You're not even going to believe this, brother. They've got the nerve to go up there and say that you need to worship climate change to stop these wildfires, it's because of climate change. That's what they're saying, right? So all these people that are suffering, they're saying it's because you didn't give them money. You didn't pay tribute unto them and worship them. Give Al Gore all your money. Bow down before Al Gore, and then this wouldn't have happened. That's what they're saying, right?
And providing cover for them and bailing them out after they've been sued. So I want to just quickly talk about the media's treatment of this story, their coverage of this story. As many of you have probably seen, the press has covered this story extensively, as they should, but the climate change angle is missing from the vast majority of reports. So Media Matters actually did an analysis of the press's coverage of the fires in Maui, and here's what they found: that only 4% of national TV news segments about the catastrophic wildfires even mention climate change. National TV broadcasters ABC, CBS, and NBC, and major cable news networks CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News covered the Hawaii wildfires for 11 hours and 45 minutes across 209 segments. Only 4% of the 209 segments and weathercasts about the Hawaii wildfires across national TV news mentioned the role of climate change in the wildfires. Again, I want to reiterate, it's not that climate change necessarily sparked the fire, okay? That needs to be investigated. They need to figure that out. It's that climate change creates the conditions in which the fires are exacerbated and uncontrollable, right? Major cable news networks aired 10 hours and 26 minutes of coverage across 174 segments or weathercasts about the Hawaii wildfires. Only 8 segments mentioned the connection between the wildfires and climate change. MSNBC mentioned it 5 times, and CNN mentioned it 3 times.
Obviously, Fox News mentioned it 0 times.
Again, brethren, I know some of you are still unsure about global warming, and you shouldn't be. It's not real, right? Again, you can look in the past and see all these disasters and recorded history, even in the Bible, the ancient fires of the nation of Israel. Again, they had this disaster. They do not bring warning. They do not bring comfort. They do not bring help. They do not bring a word of hope that the Lord can help them. Instead, they say, you do not pay tribute to Al Gore. You do not bow down and worship them. That's what they're saying. They say you need to send them more money. It's because you had the nerve to eat meat. You ate a cheeseburger. You had the nerve to drive a car. You had the nerve to turn on the light bulb. They're saying that's why the fire's happening, right? Again, there's a reason. Again, Tim Pool says maybe it was military space lasers. Maybe it was China. Maybe it was some space lasers. Is one of the conspiracy theories going around, right? And TYT, the quote-unquote Young Turks, say it's global warming, right? There's a reason the other networks don't want to mention it, folks. There's a reason they're not going to show the church, folks. Nobody showed it yet. Why not? Why has no one shown it yet on TV? Because guess what? For you Christian brothers who are confused, I'm going to make it real simple for you. Let's say for some reason you believe in global warming. Okay, so why won't they show the church on these channels? Because then they'll have to explain, why did global warming get down on its hands and knees and worship our God and say, I dare not touch the church of the living God? Why did global warming get down on its hands and knees and say, thy God reigneth forever? That's why they're not showing these things, my friend. How many times? This is not the first time that a church has been spared. This is the first time the sign of the cross has been spared from tornadoes running through town. This is not the first time. If you look, you'll find many more stories like this, my friends, in my lifetime. I'm not that old yet. Again, what are they telling you? Because you didn't pay us enough money. Again, Tim Pool, who thinks it's laser beams. You have to explain why the military government, why global warming bowed down before the Church of the Living God. I do not care about your global warming. I do not care about your blasphemies. The people of Hawaii need help. Turn to the Lord. They said they can't fight the fires. Don't you understand? Don't you understand Al Gore can't help you yet? Again, brethren, seek the Lord while he may be found, right? Again, for all the people of Hawaii, now's your time to return to the Lord. He's the only one who can help. Al Gore's not going to fly down there. The president came on. He said, we're looking into it. He's not going to do anything, friends. He's not going to do anything. And let me remind these global warming devils, these global warming monsters who want to take your water, take your food, and give you bugs. Let me remind them of their fate, brethren. Zephaniah chapter 1. The word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah the son of Cushi, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hezekiah, and the days of Josiah the son of Ammon, king of Judah, I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. I will also stretch out mine hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, and the name of the Chemarims with the priests, and them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops, and them that worship, and that swear by the Lord, and that swear by Malcolm, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor inquired of him. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord God, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. And the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And there shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Howl, ye inhabitants of Matesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the man that are settled on their lees, and that say in their hearts, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore their good shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Again, woe unto the nations, right? That inhabit, it even says, woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast, the nation of Cherethites. The word of the Lord is against you, O Canaan, the land of the Philistines. I will even destroy thee, that there shall be no inhabitants. Again, a place that's totally surrounded by water is burning. And they say, you didn't pay us enough tax. Remember what their fate is, who they love silver and gold so much. It will not be able to deliver these people in the day of the Lord. Their silver and gold will be utterly worthless. They'll throw it in the streets, and they'll cry out why they wasted their life blaspheming our God, why they deceived the people, tried to enslave them, make them eat bugs. That's your fate, leftists. That's your fate, atheists. The day of the Lord is a day of wrath. He's not going to put up with it for much longer, friends. The only hope we have is the Lord. Call upon him while you may. Whosoever calls upon him shall be saved. He will abundantly pardon.